What if I told you Jamaica owes more money to foreign lenders than it spends on healthcare and education combined? For every dollar the government earns, nearly half goes just to pay off debt. Not to build schools, not to fix roads, not to pay nurses, but to keep up with loans we took decades ago. And the worst part? Most Jamaicans have no idea who we're even paying. It's not just about money, it's about control. It's about how deep financial chains can shape a nation, even long after independence. Welcome to our channel, where we uncover the untold stories shaping our nation's future. So, who really owns Jamaica's future? And how did we end up in this cycle of debt, dependency, and silence? Jamaica's debt isn't new, but the truth behind it? That's a different story. Most people think we owe everything to China, the IMF, or maybe a few big international banks. But the reality is way more complicated. In this video, we're breaking down exactly who owns Jamaica's debt, how we got here, and why this matters more than ever. Because this isn't just about economics. This is about the price we pay every day in higher taxes, underfunded schools, crumbling infrastructure, and missed opportunities for generations of Jamaicans. When a country owes billions, it's not just numbers on paper. It's about who really has the power. And for Jamaica, that answer might surprise you. Let's rewind to the 1970s. Jamaica was still young, just a decade into independence. There was a sense of hope in the air, but also a growing weight of poverty, rising oil prices, and political tension bubbling beneath the surface. The global economy was shaking, and Jamaica wasn't spared. So the government did what many countries did at the time. They started borrowing, first from local sources, then from the big players overseas. By the 1980s, we were in deep, with the IMF at the wheel. But their loans weren't free. They came with conditions: slash public spending, sell off government assets, and tighten up the budget. Sounds technical, but the impact was deeply personal. Teachers laid off, clinics running out of supplies, basic goods got more expensive, while paychecks stayed the same. For many Jamaicans, this wasn't just a financial shift, it was a cultural shock. It changed how people saw the government, survival, and even the promise of independence. The dream of prosperity was slipping, and in its place came a harsh new reality. Jamaica was no longer just managing an economy, it was managing a debt trap. Fast forward to today, and the numbers are staggering. Jamaica's public debt is over $2 trillion JMD. That's more than $13 billion and more than our entire national budget. So who do we actually owe all this money to? You might think it's China. That's what a lot of people believe. But the truth? China owns less than 5% of Jamaica's external debt. The real players? Multilateral giants like the IMF and World Bank. And private investors, from Wall Street to London, holding government bonds and expecting returns. In fact, over 60% of our debt is local, owed to Jamaican banks, pension funds, and institutions. So yes, in a strange twist, Jamaica also owes itself, but here's where it gets complicated. On paper, our economy is doing well. Tourism is up. The government has restructured finances. International credit agencies are giving Jamaica gold stars. But if everything's so good, why does it still feel so hard to live here? Because for every gain, there's a loss. In 2024 alone, Jamaica spent over $280 billion JMD just servicing debt. That's money that didn't go to schools, roads, youth programs, or better healthcare. It's like running on a treadmill. You're moving, but you're not really getting anywhere. And behind every payment is a choice: repay the debt or invest in the people. So what does all this debt mean for the average Jamaican? It means classrooms without enough textbooks and teachers stretched thin. It means clinics running out of supplies and patients waiting hours for basic care. It means a generation of youth, bright, talented, hungry for success, feeling stuck in a system that seems designed to hold them back. Even small business owners are feeling it. Banks are more willing to buy government bonds than take a chance on a local startup. Why risk it when the state guarantees a safer return? And so we go in circles. The real cost of debt isn't just dollars, it's dreams. Jamaica's debt crisis has quietly reshaped our culture. It affects how we dream, how we trust, how we see the future. And the weight of that debt, it's not just on paper, it's on the backs of the people. But maybe that's also the lesson. A lesson about leadership, about transparency, about refusing to trade the future for short-term applause. Because one day we'll have to answer, did we pay off the debt or did we pass it on? Jamaica's story is one of resilience, but also caution. Because every dollar we borrow today becomes a decision we all live with tomorrow. So here's the question. Should we keep borrowing to grow or tighten our belts and pay it off first? Drop your take in the comments, I'm reading one. If you learned something new today, hit that like button. Share this with someone who's tired of hearing the same surface-level stories. And don't forget to subscribe, because next time, we're pulling back the curtain on China's quiet expansion across the Caribbean and why it's more than just business. Thanks for watching. We don't just tell Jamaica's story, we uncover the parts they never taught us.